From the Global Quebec studios in Montreal, it's This Morning Live.
You had a pretty good success with the Lipitor, right? Well, at this moment, we could also sell to you Fosamax, medication for
Good morning and welcome to This Morning Live. Well, Soprano fans, I am sure will recognize this scene between Tony Soprano and a couple of Quebec thugs. Well, one of those is Quebec actor Philippe Bergeron. He's the one speaking there. You'll soon be able to see Bergeron in the up-and-coming film Bottle Shock, which is starring Alan Rickman. The film premieres next week at the Sundance Film Festival. Philippe Bergeron is home visiting family, and he joins me in studio this morning. Thank you so much for joining me here.
It's a pleasure.
So what was that like? That was the season opener of the final season of The Sopranos. What was it like working with James Gandolfini?
Well, to be honest, he's the only actor who's ever scared the hell out of me.
Why is that?
Well, are you allowed to say the F word here?
No.
Okay, this is a Sopranos star. Could I say the word puck?
Yes.
Okay, great. So he can't, there's a line that he's trying to deliver to me.
Okay.
10 times in a row, and he can't do it. And he's trying, and I'm getting scared all of a sudden. And he just can't deliver his line. And all of a sudden, he looks at me, and it's the coverage on him, right?
Yes.
He looks at me and he goes, "Puck, puck, puck, puck." And this is not in the script. This is between takes, right?
Okay.
And for a split second, I was in front of Tony Soprano. I was not in front of Gandolfini, the actor.
Right.
I mean, he really scared me.
Wow. He takes the role a little too seriously.
No, he just took it, and then he delivered the line perfectly. I mean, that was his, you know, his
exorcism. He just needed to get it out. That's amazing. Now, I understand you originally brought on to that, though, as a consultant. They wanted you to, because you've been living in L.A. for the last 21 years. You were brought in as a consultant. How did it come to be that you got the part?
Well, I got a hygienist friend of mine, French-Canadian. She works in a Beverly Hills dental office. Okay. So all her clients are really big-time producers, and this guy from The Sopranos, #2 on The Sopranos, right under David Chase, comes to her and says, "You know, I'm writing this scene between Tony Soprano and two greasy French Canadians. Could you help me with the terminology?" She goes, "I could, but I know this real greasy French Canadian. Come on." So the bottom line is he called me, and he asked me a few questions, which I cannot repeat on this show.
Okay.
Okay. And then he asked me some swear. Could I swear in French here? In French Canadian? Let's not
sure.
take a chance.
My producer's saying sure, but I'm not so sure.
You know the T word, right?
Yes.
So he asked me some typical, and I love it because the guy is so authentic. Okay. He wants to be the real French Canadian, and it's so rare that you see French Canadian characters on TV.
Especially Joël speaking like.
Right. So in the scene, we actually speak in French without subtitles, and that pisses off Tony Soprano, right? So anyway, the T word ended on the script, and then I auditioned for the part. I first had to write it, but then I auditioned for the part, right? Yeah. And I got it, but unfortunately, it's my assistant who says the word. Okay. But I wrote it.
But I love those stories. Those stories, a dental hygienist friend of yours. I mean, those are the Hollywood stories you love to hear,
when she first called me, I didn't. But she said a guy from The Soprano will be calling you. Oh, yeah, right, sure, yeah, whatever.
But you're a success story, certainly. I mean, you've been in a number, or too many to list here, of series season finales. Entourage, we're big fans of Entourage here. So you're in that. You've been in Suddenly Susan, all these TV shows, and in film, many films. Now, you've got this upcoming film. Let's talk about it, the one with Alan Rickman, because it's a film that the French probably still don't want to talk about, right? Tell us about the nature of the film.
Well, it's based on a true story, a famous wine tasting, 1976. Now it's called The Judgment of Paris. Right. And it's organized by this English guy, played by Alan Rickman. And it's basically, he organizes this tasting between Californian wines and French wines. He issues a press release to the French community, and not a single reporter wants to attend because they think it's ridiculous. Right. Except one guy from Time magazine, just for fun, right? So the white and red win in both, if Californian wines win in white and red. So Time magazine writes this article in June '76. So there was, and then Napa Valley became on the map. Right. So the film is about the story about the the white wine maker played by Bill Pullman. Okay. The English is Alan Rickman. I play the head judge. So I'm at the beginning and at the end of the film.
So you play a Frenchman.
I play a Frenchman.
You play a Frenchman in this film because you're a master of accents, I understand.
I do. Most of the acting everything I do, I play French.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, the Quebecer I played on Sopranos was my first Quebec role ever on TV.
English? You mean
even French.
Playing a Quebecer? Okay,
yeah,
really?
I don't really work that much. I mean, I don't work in Quebec.
Right.
I only work in LA, and I played a Quebec actor once on a film that nobody saw, unfortunately. So it was kind of I was proud. You know, on the set of Sopranos, people were having a blast. You know?
Well, you know, I looked through the list of people you've worked for, and I hate to, you know, be impressed by this, but I am. You've worked with Jennifer Garner, Nicolas Cage, Brooke Shields, Ellen DeGeneres, Matthew Broderick. The list goes on. Jodie Foster, someone I respect a great deal. Do you have any stories from the set you want to share with us, Philippe Bergeron?
Some dirt.
You have any dirt you want to spill? Who's someone who stands out that you've really enjoyed working with?
I would have to say probably Jean Reno.
Okay.
On the set of Godzilla.
Okay.
You know Jean, right?
Yes, of course.
The professional. At the time, he was mostly known for his bad guys.
Right.
But on the set of the Godzilla, he was very funny.
Yeah.
And Matthew Broderick was the exact opposite. The guy always plays innocent, naive characters.
Right.
And he was a lot more brooding and dark on the set.
Okay.
It was hilarious to see the contrast between the two, you know, between the two actors. It was hilarious. But Jean was fun because first, I didn't know I was French-Canadian. I didn't want him to know.
Okay.
Right? Until the third or fourth week, I said, you know, I'm French-Canadian, you know that. He goes, oh, good accent. You know? And we mostly argued about how to cook mushrooms and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know, it was great. It was a lot of fun.
All right, so Bottle Shock is premiering next week at the Sundance Film Festival. Yeah, you must be very excited about that.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to the festival?
January 18th, I'll be there.
Okay.
And the producer's going crazy because I talked to her yesterday, and, you know, there's not enough tickets, and, you know, the demand is great. We're on Friday night. You know, and the festival opens on Thursday. Okay. So it's great.
That's
it's really exciting.
Great. Well, it was a real pleasure meeting you.
It was fun.
Thanks for coming on the show this morning.
No problem.
Philippe Bergeron, a Quebec actor who's making it in Hollywood and has been living there for 21 years, raising 2 young girls.
Yes, that's right.
Congratulations. That's the real challenge, I'm sure. It's 8:46. We're going to take a break. We'll be back.